Hi, I'm Ken Danjanovich, your host of this edition of Sportsman's News Television. A little north of the border on this trip at Big Sand Lake Lodge, one of our longtime platinum-approved outfitters, and we're going to be fishing for northern pike and walleye on this trip. And the neat thing about this particular trip, I'm with one of our latest pro membership sweepstakes winners, Merle Plank from Tremont, Utah, and he's brought his brother John along as his guest. And so they're in for a great treat on this trip. It's a little bit different at Outpost Camp. We're going to be able to do a lot of stuff on our own, be able to explore the lakes. I've been here a number of times over the years, not to this particular camp, but I have been here for a moose hunt before. And so the fishing is fantastic. We're hoping for some great weather this week. And what do you say, guys? We grab our gear and head out for our first day here at Jordan Lake with Big Sand Lake Lodge.
Woohoo! A double!
You bet. Nice one too.
Decent one too. Nice fish.
This is the stuff we've been catching up here.
Pretty decent. About the same size.
When you get those big ones on, which that was probably the biggest fish of the trip right there. He could have even been, the closer he got to the boat, the wider he got, and he could have been in that magical master angle length of over 41 inches. Took me on one last run, went under the boat, and I was afraid he was going to catch the prop, and he did. By the time I got the motor up to try to get him out, he took one more run and cut through that line just like that. So this is all I've got to left of to show for that fish.
Get in here, big boy.
Oh, see it. Is it?
This is just another good little fish here. Good one.
How many of those you caught?
Probably 20 of them.
Probably 20 of them. Found a good little spot here for walleye, and it's been really good here. Man, fishing don't get better than this.
Hey, we got a double. Great fishing.
Kent, what we got cooking over here?
Well, we've got some French fries right here, and then we're going to do some walleye here in a minute. Normally we have a little canned corn and some baked beans. Up here they call them badass beans. They put a little bit of hot sauce and some mustard and pretty good stuff. Here you go, come. Ken Danjanovich here with fellow pro staffer Rick Rosenberg. Run Jordan Lake here at Big Sand Lake Lodge, one of the outpost camps, and just want to kind of give you an idea of some of the stuff that we're using here. As you can see, a lot of different types of techniques to be able to use to fish for pike and for walleye. We're really keying on pike on this particular trip. Caught a few walleye today for shore lunch, but for the pike fishermen, spin cast, bait cast, fly rods can all be very, very productive. And here's kind of an assortment of the different things that we use. On the fly fishing side, which I do a lot of, just a good 7 to 8 to 9 weight rod, large arbor reel. I'm using a 10 to 12 foot sink tip on floating line, and I like that. It's easier to cast. You have a tendency up here to get into the wind, so it's a lot easier to cast a little bit more of a weighted fly line. About a 6 to 9 foot leader, depending on what type of fly you're throwing, and then anywhere from, this is a just a short, almost more like a jig head with a double lead-headed eyes, to an assortment of red and white is my favorite of all. Of course, chartreuse, again with a weighted head, great fly. Yellows, again you'll kind of see that theme. Every one of these flies has some type of red in it, either in the body or in the head. What that's doing is it's giving that ambushing fish the look of a wounded fish or a minnow of some type. So it's great to have some red and lots of flash. Now let Rick talk a little bit more about the hardware side.
You're going to want a nice 6-7 foot spinning rod, medium heavy at least. These fish are strong fish, good quality spinning reel with a lot of capacity on the line. This one's rigged up with 60-pound braid. They're throwing big daredevils. These are large spoons. 5 of diamonds has been working great. It's always great. If you had to be lost up here with one, you'd probably want that one right there, 5 of diamonds. And anything, the red and white is a great spoon to have up here. Fluorescent colors. Spinners, we've been picking them up today on big single inline spinners. Also on some spinner baits, but you'll need to add a tail to the spinner bait to give it a little more bulk. I like to throw a bait caster reel myself. Again, it's a 7 foot medium heavy bait casting rod. This is a pack rod, so it'll break down and travel. 4-piece rod, Abu Garcia reel 4600. I've got it spooled with 17-pound Suffix mono. I like to throw mono on my bait casting reels, a lot easier on the backlashes. This has just got a little bulging bait. This bait swims about a foot under the surface, a little crankbait. It stays shallow, floats back up. If you're running the motor, it's a real forgiving bait. So it'll help you that way, and it's been tearing them up. I've been modifying hooks just to make it a little easier out there. Colors, again, the fluorescents, the red pattern starting to come in just like with the flies. Got a lot of gold. Their primary food source, the walleye and the little carp, got a lot of gold in them, so you're going to see a lot of gold on their backs. This is top water. Sometimes we get a nice, day where they're busting the top in the backs. We'll throw on some top water. Don't be afraid to bring some frogs up here. Some of your bass tackle can work really well up here. And there's nothing funner than catching pike on top water. They're so aggressive when they come in to hit.
And then along those lines on the top water, we've got some little diver imitations here. So what this is doing is when you strip with the fly line, the head's diving into the water, pops back up on top. Dives in the water, pops it back up on top. And then of course here's a regular popper. Gonna stay on top, make a lot of rustling on the water surface itself. And at times, boy, if you get into that, there's nothing more exciting than having a 40-inch pike bust water after your lure.
Don't forget to come up here, bring some jaw spreaders. This is a smaller set. We've got 2 more sets that are 3 times this big in the boat for the larger fish. Also some needle nose, something that can go down into their mouths. These are toothy critters like sticking your hand into a bowl of razor blades. So make sure you've got the right tools with you. You're going to enjoy the trip. Polarized glasses are a must. And don't come up here without polarized glasses. There's a lot of underwater structure, boulders and stuff as you're working around here in the boats. You need to be able to see them, as well as be able to see the fish laying on the bottom. We get a little sunshine up here. You can see these fish laying on the sandy bottom some of the afternoons. Makes for great target fishing.
And just breathe. The biggest thing we can tell you when you're going to go on an adventure like this, you're going to come to one of these places and you're going to catch more fish than you can imagine. And so bring plenty of lures. You need to have, also one thing we haven't mentioned, you need to have metal leaders, steel leaders. And so you can buy the regular steel leaders, you can buy spools of it that you can tie your own on. But these little metal leaders, probably minimum of 6 to 9 inches, and some people like to use 12. So these pike will bite right through a regular mono. So that's another must, or you're going to lose every fish you catch. So. Here we go, another great fish. Jordan Lake Outpost camp at Big Sand Lake Lodge. About a 36, 37 inch northern pike. This is going to be a big one here in a few years, but great fish, very strong. As soon as I hooked him against this wind-bearing grassy edge of the lake, where he turned and went right for the middle of the bay. So looks like he's ready to go back in the water.
Another good walleye up in here. It's some great walleye fishing up here.
You gonna keep that one for lunch?
I think we will. We'll eat this guy. How big? 32?
That's a whopper there. Hold that by the bottom. Hold them up. Just take, yeah, sideways. Oh, look at that. Beautiful pike. Nice. Is that the biggest walleye you caught so far?
Yeah, that's the biggest one. That's an awesome fish right there.
You know, as a senior editor of the Sportsman's News, I get to travel many great places around the world to bring you the great outdoor adventures that we're able to partake of. I meet some great people along the way, and I get to share these trips with many great individuals as well. Big Sand Lake is very special to me in many ways, and one of the most impressive ways that it is that 2 years ago, right now, my son-in-law Colby Labor was going to join me on this trip, and found out that he had a stage 4 piloblastoma brain tumor, and wasn't able to come. Went through extensive chemo and radiation, and I'm glad to say that he's doing quite well, and he was able to join me again this week back here at Big Sand Lake Lodge. And you know, that's what life's all about, sharing with others and those special moments that you make in the outdoors with those you love.
Hey, not much, just getting ready to head out, get us some fish.
You know, whether you're, whenever you're pike fishing especially, it's really important to try different things, and especially with when you're throwing a fly, it's good to change the pace of your retrieve, whether it's short quick strokes, whether it's a long pause. They're going to be imitating different types of fish, wounded fish, bait fish, everything in the water. So if one technique doesn't seem to be working at times, don't be afraid to switch it up a little bit, and all of a sudden it turns on.
Way out.
Look at that. Old beach. Big Sand Lake Lodge.
Just switched over to this MEP spinner, orange. Real good fish. Well, there we go. That's the first big fish of the trip right there. We're about a 32, 34 inch northern pike. Caught him on an orange MEP spinner, as you can see. Try to see if we can retrieve her. That's what you come to Big Sand Lake for. We're on Jordan Outpost Camp here at Big Sand Lake Lodge, but that's what you're here for right there. Great looking northern pike. Spin cast, fly fishing, you name it. It's a great place for everybody up here. Not too bad.
Got him right here.
All right, man. Awesome. What do you think about Sportsman's News Pro membership now?
Well, I think it's awesome. I'll be a member forever.
Right on. All right, another big fish for the books. Let's let this baby go.
Well, there you have it. You know, it seems like as soon as these adventures begin, all of a sudden it's the day you're flying back out. And that's kind of the way it's been here at Big Sand Lake Lodge at our outpost camp this week. Boy, we've had a great week, lots of fish. We've had 5 master anglers with northern pike over 41 inches. And it's really been neat to have our pro membership winner, Merle Plank, and his brother John with us this week as well. And boy, Merle, what do you think about the opportunity you had here from the Sportsman's News Pro Sweepstakes?
I tell you, it was a great opportunity. Something that I didn't figure I would get, you know, for a long time. But here we are. I was happy with everything. Everybody took super good care of us. You did a great job, great host. I can't thank you guys enough for all that you guys have done and bringing us up here like this. It's been great.
Well, great. We sure enjoyed having you here. And boy, and if you aren't a member of our pro membership sweepstakes yet at Sportsman's News, get on our website and check it out. It's a great program. You got great odds, no better odds anywhere in the country as far as having a chance to win a trip of a lifetime and great gear packages as well. And as far as this adventure, Big Sand Lake Lodge has a lot of great opportunities. Get on the website at www.bigsandlodge.com and or go on our website at sportsmansnews.com and check out all of our Platinum Approved Outfitters. And as always, thank you for joining us on this edition of Sportsman's News Television.
Sportsman's News Television is brought to you by Alps Outdoors. Exceed your expectations. CVA. It's just a better gun. Double Tap Ammunition. Made with pride in the USA. Sitka. Turning clothing into gear. Browning. The best there is. Bushnell Trophy Cam HD. And brought to you by your local Ford stores, home to built Ford tough trucks.
What's America's best-selling brand of trucks? You're in for a big surprise, pal. Actually, you're not. It's Ford F-Series again, and it wasn't even close. Same trucks that have been leading the industry for 39 straight years. Why? Game-changing innovation, like F-150's high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy, which helps make it stronger, more capable, and more efficient than ever. Innovation. It's why Ford F-Series is making every other truck brand history.